GM lays off 1,700 employees at a Kansas City plant. But listen, guys, it's not all bad news. GM wants you guys to know it's only temporary.
Right.
GM, come on now. It's only temporary.
Come on, man!
Now, we know what we say at this channel. These companies aren't loyal, so I don't know why GM would believe that anybody, any of their employees, especially the ones that are getting laid off, believe that it's temporary. But guys, listen, you gotta watch this video. Let's break this down. We're gonna go through it all. My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel, guys. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. Also, I have a newsletter that will give you tremendous value, and it's free. How can you beat free? You cannot. And if you need any financing, investment properties, commercial properties, I've been a lender for 20 years. That information is in the pinned comment and in the description. I can assist you with that. Guys, let's jump right into it. GM to lay off about 1,700 workers at a Kansas City plant. Now, is this a surprise? Again, we know where we're going. If you've been watching this channel, you have known that the closer we get to the holiday season, the more and more that these companies are laying individuals off.
I'm fired, aren't I?
Oh, yes.
Listen, I know some of you guys think it's a coincidence. They're winding down the rest of the year. This has nothing to do with the fact that holiday season is coming around and they don't want to pay people. That's not the reason.
Always lying to me. Why? You lying so much.
Orlando, it has nothing to do with the fact that the Fed is dropping the rates and these guys want to make more and more money by laying off individuals and paying people cheaper. It has nothing to do that with inflation and everything else costing more and more and more money. And corporations spending money is no different. It has nothing to do with that. General Motors will lay off 1,695 workers at its Fairfax assembly plant in Kansas. The company said in a worker adjustment restraint notification, which is WARN, noticed earlier this week. Let me just explain what WARN is. WARN is like an act where they just can't just surprise you with a layoff, and they have to alarm this system by saying it. Now, does that mean that you will find out at the appropriate time? No. They did put in this computer system so that media or anyone else could pick up on it. That doesn't necessarily mean you. That just means that they can say, look, we put in this system, and if no one finds it, then, that's not our fault. That's what they're basically doing. The GM spokesman confirming the layoffs initially reported by Automotive News said that the first or two rounds will begin November 18th, affecting 686 full-time employees temporarily and terminating 250 temporary employees. Let's go ahead and address the big elephant in the room with this temporary. 686 full-time workers temporarily laid off. Now, what does that mean?
Just tell me the truth.
To be honest with you, I don't even think GM knows what it means. I think GM is just sliding this under, hoping that you guys go, oh, well, I'll have a job after the new year. Of course.
When things start picking back up at GM, they're gonna sign me right back up.
Where have we seen temporary things become permanent things? Haven't we seen this in layoffs before? This story seems really familiar. You know, this is what I'm saying, guys. When you see things like this, when your job tells you,
Listen, we're gonna temporarily lay you off.
you might as well understand that that's a permanent layoff. I know a lot of you, some of you guys who are really loyal to the companies, you will say, Orlando, I'm gonna take them at their word. And I'm gonna say, hey, do what you wanna do. It's not my choice, it's your choice. But I just want to warn you. I just want to again warn you that if you believe that they will temporarily lay you off, and then when they permanently lay you off, don't be surprised. Because the question is what is the condition of them temporarily laying you off? Well, we're going to jump right into it. Let's go ahead and take a look, because they have another phase of that. They have another phase of that. And then I want to cover the reason why they're temporarily laying people off. Or why are they saying that they're temporarily going to lay people off? It says here, under the second phase to begin January 12th, right after the new year. Right after the new year, they're going to have another layoff. Okay. So This underneath the second phase, the beginning of January 12th of the new year, 759 full-time employees will be temporarily laid off, a spokesman confirmed. In May, GM said it would pause the production of a Cadillac XT4 after January 2025 in Kansas, resulting in layoffs. We're gonna have a first layoff that's gonna happen in November, and then they're gonna have another layoff in January. So when are they gonna rehire these people? Middle of May? Who's gonna wait around until the middle of next year to get rehired? Because are you telling me, now let's just do math, guys. Let's just do math and common sense. Okay, just hear me out. Let me cook here. You're telling me that if they lay you off in November, but they have layoffs in January, that they're gonna bring people back in January after they just laid off individuals? Make it make sense. It sounds like to me. Sounds like to me. They're gonna lay you off and then maybe bring you back June, July. Do you guys know what GM is probably hoping that most people will do in that scenario? Go away. That they will eventually say, you know what, we can't wait 8 months to get our jobs back, so we're just gonna go ahead and go find another job. And then they could quietly lay people off. They quit.
Excellent.
Now, does this go hand in hand with videos I've done before when I said, listen, guys, these guys are telling you that they're going to go in the EV direction. They want to make electric cars. They're going to start phasing out some of these gas cars. That's what's going to happen. We started seeing that information a couple of years ago, maybe earlier this year, maybe a year ago, we saw that information. And I was reporting on that, letting people know, like, look, remember, I know you guys are trying to buy a house, but you have to have a stable job. And if you're working at one of these plants and we're going into a bad economy, which we're currently in right now, you have to be worried that these companies will start laying individuals off. And now we're here. Now, I know, listen, I see you guys in the comment section saying, yeah, Orlando did talk about this. Orlando said XYZ. But again, I want you guys to understand that it's not a scenario of me just guessing and just pulling companies and situations out of the sky. It's nothing like that. It's just a cycle. The same cycle is happening over and over and over again. And unfortunately, you know, people just have very short memories. They forget what it was like in 2008 when we had the last recession, when the last crash happened. Everybody forgets exactly what happens. So good thing that we have things like the internet that will literally show you, look, this is exactly what happened. And I am just showing you guys up front, look, it's the same cycle.
You see, that's what you have to do. You have to use your mind.
And what is the one thing that I say to you guys all the time that you have to make sure? You have to put you and your family first. These companies look at you as nothing but a number. Let's say that again. They look at you as nothing but a number. So why are you so loyal to a company that will get rid of you with the quickness? Won't even think about it. Saying, yeah, you're gone.
You're fired.
And so I am just trying to forewarn you and allowing you and maybe giving you information that you maybe didn't have, or maybe in a way that you didn't look at it. And that is the reason why I do videos like this. But listen, I know a lot of you guys are thinking,
Orlando, well, maybe it's just GM.
well, look, I'm just going to throw in just a little one because these layoffs, guys, believe it or not, layoffs after layoffs after layoff. Every day, there's a new layoff happening. And this is the truth. You can just look it up yourself. But look, Wells Fargo announces another round of layoffs in October and November. Now, here's the thing that I want you guys to see. This is what I want you guys to see. It says here, more layoffs are coming at Wells Fargo shortly before the holiday season. The information is right there in front of you guys. I'm telling you, these companies are making sure they do the same thing. When you're in a bad economy, they see the holiday season as a liability. They're trying to make as much money as they possibly can before the end of the year, and they will lay individuals off. And Wells Fargo is just another company deciding, we're gonna go ahead and jump in on this laying people off before the holiday.
It's an evil world we live in.
Again, guys, you won't get all of your information from this one video. Okay, we know that you won't get all of it from this one video. I need you to watch this video right here. Yes, this one right here. It will give you information on the housing market, financial news, get you to your first rental property. The information you will get from that video, it will be gold. See you in the next one. Thanks.